You know, the time has come, Brian. The recurring segment that we have here at the top or early on in most of these programs dedicated to our lost and fallen furry friends. Yes, folks, it's Reggie's Corner.
Reggie's Corner. We're here to talk about your good boys and girls. Reggie's Corner. We're so sorry they're dead now.
That's still wrong. That's still wrong.
I know. He's going to go to hell. We know it. This guy. What was this guy's name?
I don't know if I want to give it now. No, it's
well, he ought to be outed for his...
Well, he's a good guy, obviously. He meant well with this. His name is Matt O'Donnell.
Well, Matt O'Donnell, hope you cross that rainbow bridge right along with him.
Will you stop it? That's not nice.
Well, he's just terrible, making people laugh about something like this.
You liked it just fine until I said it was terrible.
Well, then somebody's got to take up for something. I don't know. Dan from South Wales, UK. He and his wife are upset. They lost their 15-year-old collie, Maddie, who both of them loved him, but especially, her, I should say, but especially Dan's wife, Maddie, had helped her through a couple of bouts with depression. So we're sorry to hear about Maddie, Dan. And also, Dusty from Las Vegas says this past June 2nd, my wife and I lost our 18-year-old cat, Allie, along with our two other cats. Listened to every episode of the Experience and Drive-Thru with us over the years and enjoyed hearing both of your voices. And
do you think animal listeners should count towards our listener totals?
I think they should, because at least that's a set of ears. It's not just fictitious people that are being made up by the WWE. But Alley Cat, that's cute. Allie. So, Dusty, we're sorry to hear about that. Joshua from somewhere that we don't know wrote, Saturday, June 17th, we lost our English bulldog, Winston. Winston was a few months shy of being 9 years old. I hate to hear that. He was a great dog and an even better friend. Enjoyed playing with his two sisters, Pearl and Mildred, and taking trips to the dog park and the river. What?
I like those names. Winston, Mildred, and Pearl.
Well, you know, and there's another, Pearl and Mildred, another two names. We talked about names that are going out of fashion.
Winston. When was the last time a boy was named Winston?
Winston was Jerry Jarrett's middle name. Were you aware of that?
Look at how much good it did him.
Well, you know, Winston Churchill was big. He inspired a lot of people in World War II.
That's right. Is that where it came from? Is that what inspired Jerry Jarrett's middle name?
Well, actually, I think it was his father's name, or a father family name.
A father, yes.
I believe it was his father's name, if I'm not mistaken. Jacob from Dothan, Alabama. Didn't lose his father, but he did lose his border collie, Brody, at 17 years old. And he still loved to fetch Frisbees and other toys. But these dogs, I'm excited that dogs are living longer lives these days, because you're hearing about these good boys and girls that are 16, 17, 18. Medical science is wonderful.
There are definitely some bad dogs, too. I need to go.
There's never been a bad dog.
Oh, I've seen a few bad ones.
Only bad people. Bad people teach animals bad habits. Simon from Australia writes, I sent over a request a while ago to include my poor old cat Moolah in Reggie's Corner. Whilst I wasn't too upset she didn't make the cut, imagine my horror when I heard a different pet named Moolah inducted into Reggie's Corner. But that's fine. In fact, I'm sorry my fellow cult member also lost their Moolah. It'd be great if both Moolahs were in there together. Simon, we officially induct your Moolah into Reggie's Corner with the other Moolah.
Wow, who knew we'd have two Moolahs in the, you said it's a Hall of Fame now? The Reggie's Corner Hall of Fame?
Well, you know, in the spirit of the thing, I guess, whatever it is. Are we going to ever have a brick and mortar establishment? Then we'd have to go back and collect all these pictures again. That could be a show on A&E.
What would
Moving along.
Okay, go ahead.
Chandler, from an unknown place in the world, says, my dog of 17 years passed away Friday. I found him when he could fit in the palm of my hand, and we traveled the U.S. together. Eddie was the sweetest and most loving creature ever. He's seen more debauchery than most hair bands in the 80s and was an incredible wingman. My pickup line at the bar was generally, you want to head back to my place, I'll play guitar, and you can meet my dog. It yielded about a 93% closing percentage, and I owe that to Eddie. Chandler, we wish we could have met Eddie. He sounds like a wonderful puppy. Brian, are you?
You said we.
Your sympathies.
You were speaking for both of us. You said we. We wish we could have met Chandler.
Well, I thought you would comment that. Well, I had a dog that I got a 95% closing rate percentage with.
Well, we're sorry about the loss of Chandler. What was his name? Jerome.
Eddie. Yeah.
Sorry, Eddie.
Loss of Chandler. No, you're losing the wrong person.
It wasn't
all right.
Jerome?
Anyway.
Oh, go ahead.
And one more for Reggie's Corner from Jordan in Stevenson, Scotland. And this one is kind of disturbing. Brian, I want to see what you think about this. Hello, Jim and Brian, longtime listener, first-time caller. I have just lost my third cat in 10 years due to poisoning. Poor Daisy was the latest victim in who knows how many feline murders. She was an old girl at 10 years old. That's not really old from the other ones we're hearing about. But she didn't deserve what just happened to her. Just the other day, she came in through the window with an unusual cry. Upon further examination, I noticed that her wee tongue was sticking out. It was a hideous black color. Now, before I go any further, let me state that the same cat was shot 7 years ago and survived. Bearing in mind that guns are 100% illegal in this country.
What is going on here?
Apparently, somebody's got it in for this cat, Daisy. She was taken to the vet, and it was determined that she had been poisoned. This is the third time that I have lost a cat to some heartless motherfucker. Now, there is a fat bastard over the fence who has pigeons, and I'm convinced that he is the culprit. But the police say that with no evidence, they can't do a thing. Hope all is well. Regards, Jordan. So,
all right.
So he's lost 3 cats due to poisoning in 10 years. The same cat that just died was shot 7 years ago, but survived that. And there's a motherfucker, a fat bastard, over the fence that has pigeons that Jordan here is looking suspiciously at. I'm wondering what Jordan may have done to this guy on the other side of the fence with the pigeon man, the bird man.
I don't understand. So guns are illegal there, so someone decided to get one to shoot a cat?
Apparently.
And not even kill it?
Well, you know, the aim, if it's a country where there are no guns, then probably the aim is suspect at that point. Not a lot of practice. But are they trying to get the cat? Why are they mad at the cat? Or are they trying to get Jordan through the cat? Or cats, as the case may be.
What do you think? They're going to poison the cat, but the cat will bring the poison into the house?
Well, or just to torment Jordan. And this is a 10-year-long program.
What could Jordan do to booby trap or sabotage the plans of the neighbor with the pigeons?
You know what? You know that liquid?
The liquid? Which one?
Shut up now. The liquid nitroglycerin that you always see on the Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
What he needs to do is take and pour the liquid nitroglycerin in the cat's water bowl or milk bowl, as the case may be. And then the cat will drink the nitroglycerin. And then when the fat bastard with the pigeons on the other side of the fence tries to fuck with the cat will explode, killing the pigeon man.
I don't know if that's the best idea for this.
Well, show me what's wrong with it.
First of all, the cat would die as soon as it starts ingesting the material.
No, the milk would soften it. It kind of like, milk takes the burn out of pepper spray.
It's not kind of like that at all. It's nothing like that in any way.
If you dilute it with the milk, then the cat wouldn't blow up. It on its own, it would have to be shaken or tormented in some way.
Beyond the...
If you shot it, it'd blow up.
Well, beyond the exploding ability, would it have any other new skills or anything with its new ingestion?
What? No. What do you think this is? Gamma radiation? No. If a cat drinks nitroglycerin, you'd have to be an idiot to think that it would gain any other powers besides the power to explode.
All right. And you learned this on Wild Wild West, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The episode with Victor Bueno.
You know what was on the other day? We're talking old TV now. It's always weird to see it, the episodes of Mannix that take place, however you want to put it, on the set of or in the house of the Brady Bunch. So here's Mannix doing his thing, and they're in the Brady Bunch house.
Is that the first season when he was working for Joseph Campanella's private security firm before they changed the plot device and made him go out on his own as an independent private dick?
I think it was actually a later season.
Oh.
I could be wrong.
See, there are a lot of changes there. He went from working for Joseph Campanella for a security firm. He went all the way to living in the Brady Bunch's house and bonking Carol Brady when Mike was out of town. Well, Mike really didn't care anyway, though.
Yeah, Mike wanted to watch. Yeah.
I'll tell you, the thing is, how did Mike have the three sons that joined together with Carol's three girls with him playing for the other team all along, as we found out later on in the 80s?
We found out that the real person was a homosexual, but the character of Mike Brady was classically heterosexual.
Oh, classically.
Classically, he had 3 kids, and he married this woman, and they weren't going to have more. I guess he had a vasectomy, too, now that I think about it.
Well, because we've already proven it, both of them could fucking go.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering why they didn't have that. Should have been a thing after 4 or 5 seasons. They could have had their own.
I don't care how many kids you had. If you're like 40 years old and married to Florence Henderson, she seemed like she was a fun woman.
So now we know what the fuck was going on with you and the Brady Bunch.
Or Mannix and the Brady Bunch. Seriously, have you ever seen those episodes of They're in the Brady Bunch house? It's weird. It's really weird to see
into a vacuum now. Nobody believes this. It's the drugs you're on. It's causing you to see Mannix and the Brady. He was coming to date Alice. And what was Alice's relationship in that whole picture there? That's what we'd like to know.
You're going to see, someone's going to send you now Mannix and other people on the set of the Brady Bunch. It's really weird. Like, you got to see it. I can't tell if you really don't believe me that it took place or if you know about it already.
No, I believe you. I just don't believe that you're this fucking thrilled by it.
Well, it was 2 a.m. Mannix is up pretty late.
It was 2 a.m. Yeah.
TV.
It's 2:45. There's no one in the place except Joe Mannix and me.
Was that Reggie's Corner? Are we done?
That was Reggie's Corner.
Reggie's Corner. We're here to talk about your good boys and girls. Reggie's Corner. We're so sorry they're dead now.
Mannix.